Now that we have received on our inventory and our inventory reflects the new addition of materials, we are now able to distribute materials to students or teachers. Once again, I recommend distributing class sets to teachers and let them manage the process of handing them out to students. Otherwise, you would have to distribute the materials to each individual student and manage those materials by student. So it's easier to manage by classroom and teacher than by student. So to distribute materials, you want to first go back to your home screen, go to the quick entry. Now, once again, we have our teacher barcodes, student barcodes, and we're gonna do Animal Defense now. Still a great book. And so first we're gonna do class sets to teachers. So let's go to teacher distributions without ascension codes. Then we're gonna click the go. I'm gonna take my handy dandy scanner, grab this Animal Defense book. No, my apologies, that was wrong. First is asking me for the ID. So I'm gonna take the teacher that it's looking for. I'm gonna click their name. Now it's gonna input their name. Then I put in the book, the ISBN, and it's gonna say how many copies you wanna give over. Let's just do one for now. But if you wanna do a class set, you wanna do like 35, that would be the ideal, or how many materials that teachers need. Now, that teacher has one of that book, but like I said, if you wanna do a class set, that'll be great. And now this teacher has those books in her possession, and she can either hand those materials out to students and keep a personal list, or she can just keep track in any way that she sees possible. Now we do have a student textbook roster that teachers can use. They can put the title of the book, their ID, their teacher ID, and then list the student names, and then the ascension codes, which we're going to touch on right now. And the student would just sign advising that they have that book. So now going back, let's go back to our home screen. Now we're going to distribute materials by student. So you'll go to quick entry. This brings us to ascension barcodes. So each book, if you scan this book, it's going to tell you it's animal behavior. But that is for all the animal behavior books. But let's say this book gets worn. A student could switch this book with another student, and we would have no idea of what student tore the book or what book this book specifically belongs to. So what we would need to do is grab one of these ascension codes. These are unique barcodes that will go on the book that will only be unique to that book. So once you put that barcode on this book, you can assign it to a teacher or a student. 1 second. We're in school, so there's a bell. So with that being said, we will attach that barcode to the book, which I'm gonna do now. So now this book has a unique identifier, and I could assign this book to a student or a teacher, and I will be able to track. If this book is lost, I scan that code, it will tell me exactly who this book belongs to. So I'm gonna have that book to the side. I'm gonna go to quick data entry or select data entry. I'm going to student distribution. Click on the go menu. Now I'm gonna grab my student listings. Here you're gonna see all the materials that belongs to this student and the status. It'll let you know, like here we see some books are lost, which is completely fine, but you just see the status of the books. Now I'm gonna take this Animal Defense book. It's gonna ask for the ISBN, which I just clicked on. Now it's gonna ask for the ascension codes. So now this book officially belongs to this student, and we have successfully distributed these materials to both the teachers and the students.